Welcome back. Retirement may seem like the light at the end of the career tunnel, further away for some of us than others, filled with holidays and money in the bank. Though in reality, closing one chapter in your life can open up plenty of questions and challenges in the next.
Certainly can, but one man who is trying to change all of that by whipping out the golf clubs and chatting to retirees on the green. The Golfing Counsellor, Lukas Winward, joins us now from beautiful Melbourne. Lukas, we'll get to the golf in a sec, but let's start at the very beginning. We all have a specific idea of, what we imagine retirement to be. What do you think is missing from that wonderful image?
Well, look, retirement's a really tricky thing. Like if you Google retirement, the first 20 pages that are going to come up are all going to be about superannuation and bucket list holidays. And if we retire at 67 and we live until about our mid-80s, we're looking at about 7,000 days. It's a really long time. So, a lot of people even think, I'm just going to play golf every day. And the fact is, we're not going to be playing 7,000 rounds of golf. So what are we going to be doing with that time? We need a real serious plan, and we need to think strongly about what we're going to be doing with that time. Our identity gets really challenged in retirement. All of a sudden we go from being the builder or the hairdresser or the journalist or the counsellor, and then all of a sudden we get asked that question, what do you do? And what do we say? We say, well, I'm retired and I used to do this. So we really need to do some work on redefining who we are for that next 20 or 30 year period. And it does require a bit of time and effort. If you're not working hard in retirement, retirement can be really hard. It does have challenges.
It does. What are some of those challenges that people face? Other than the sort of identity shift, what are some of the other challenges that people face in the first years of retirement?
Yeah, so in the first years of retirement, we're looking at, big shifts in intimate relationships. I hear all the time, I love my partner, but I didn't want to have lunch with them every day. So, we need to look at that. We need to look at sort of diversifying our activities, because we can become codependent in our relationships, and that can lead down not a very healthy space. So looking big at our relationships there as well. Health is a massive one. One statistic is that you're 40% more likely to have a heart attack or a stroke in the first year of retirement. So we really need to get active, and there can be a trap that people can fall into when we sort of go, right, I'm going to take a deep breath, I'm going to put on the tracksuit pants and binge watch some TV, and that can go on for a little while, but we don't want to get stuck in there, and that's where we can sort of run into some real issues in retirement. Yeah,
once you opt out, you've got to check it. A lot of people will say you've got to stay busy, and you've probably found a solution to these issues with golf counselling. So it's certainly an idea. What sparked that specific idea?
Well, I love golf. I'm a mad golfer, and look, when it comes down to it, who says counselling has to be done in a chair? So a golf course is a beautiful environment. It's a wide open space. When we're walking and talking, our bodies are naturally releasing endorphins, so we feel good. We're getting lots of oxygen. We're getting vitamin D, and we've got something in our hands to sort of distract us from the conversation somewhat. So I sort of like to think about my dad in this situation, who's in his mid-70s. The last thing that he wants to do is sit down across from someone and eyeball them and talk about his feelings for an hour. So what we do is we get out on the golf course, we have a bit of time to talk about the footy, to build a really strong relationship. But then over the structure of 9 holes, we really get to nut down and talk about some really serious issues that are going on, and talk about a few more important things than our golf clubs. It's really like guilt-free golf, which is,
So plan your future and lose a few golf balls all at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff. Well, it's such a fascinating way and I think a really positive way to approach that stage of life, Lukas. It's great to chat to you today. Thanks so much for giving us your time.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity.